And welcome back to the show. President Obama taking aim once again at Republicans and conservative media. At a Georgetown University panel discussion on poverty, the president said the poor are often stereotyped.
Over the last 40 years, sadly, I think there's been an effort to either make folks mad at folks at the top or to be mad at folks at the bottom. I think the effort to suggest that the poor are sponges, leeches, don't want to work, are lazy, are undeserving, got traction.
And who does the president blame for this? Well, you guessed it.
It's still being propagated. I mean, I have to say that, if you watch Fox News on a regular basis, it is a constant menu. They will find, like, folks who make me mad. I don't know where they find them, right? They're all like, I don't want to work. I just want a free Obama phone or whatever. And that becomes an entire narrative, right, that gets worked up.
Now, the president argues there's rarely an interview with a hardworking waitress with children who still can't pay the bills. Mr. Obama says the stereotypes are a barrier to finding solutions that will be acceptable to Republican leaders in the House and Senate. Arthur Brooks, he's of the American Enterprise Institute, warned the president about questioning the motives of Republican leaders, calling it, quote, #1 barrier to making progress. Rick, can the president really single out Fox News as a reason for this narrative being so off course?
Well, he didn't. And that's, I have to say, I'm a little bit disturbed by the video we just showed, because we should have gone back at least 45 seconds earlier to set it up correctly. The president didn't blame Fox News. What he said was, we get a false point of view of who the poor are.
From Fox News.
Well, but here's what he's saying. He's not blaming them for being poor. He's saying that when you show videos, and the example he used of you only see poor people on Fox when they are talking about how they want to get their Obama phones, then you're not. Wait, let me finish. You're not seeing poor people on there who go to work every day at Walmart's or wherever and work a hard 40-hour week and come home and still need food stamps because they're poor. And that was the point he was making. He was not blaming Fox for poor people. He did actually use some language I think he shouldn't have used, which we didn't show. There's a big difference there. He was highlighting the fact that Americans need to understand, and he's right, who the poor people in this country are, because we have an image of them as lazy, no good for nothings who just want to be on welfare, and there are some of those. And that's what we tend to see on TV. But we also have people who work 40-hour work weeks, support families, and don't make enough to meet the poverty line. They are also poor people, and that was his point.
But he also said that Fox News portrays them as sponges, as leeches.
That's what I said. He used some language that I wouldn't have used.
Right.
So, but again, understand his point. When all you're willing to do is show people who want to get free telephones and use that to show people what the poor are in this country, is that a fair representation?
But you've been on that network. I've been on that network. You think that's the only thing that they show? Because I see plenty of poor veterans that come back from wars that have trouble getting jobs. They do job fairs.
That's actually fair. I have seen that too. But I have not seen situations where they're doing stories on that hard-working woman.
But no one does stories on that.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I completely agree with that. So, I'm not picking on Fox, and I agree with you that the language was not necessary.
What I would have
done,
but
I got his point.
If I were President Obama trying to make the point, I would say, there are abuses in the welfare system. Welfare for the poor and welfare for the rich.
Right.
Because I think to try to make the argument that, there are no abuses in the welfare system, you're just not going to win with that one.
But
there's a lot of people who are
really
very angry. No, but that's really the point, that people are angry that some people are ripping off the system and they're getting things that they're not entitled to. And so that does need to be addressed. But it's happening with the poor, it's also happening with the rich. We're seeing government subsidies of big agriculture, which is basically welfare for wealthy farmers. We're seeing the big bankers who caused the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression not only not go to jail, but the bailouts.
You're right about all that, but let's stay on point. The point he was making is Americans need to understand who the American poor are. You're talking about the unfairness in the system in all ways. And the poor in this country are not just the people trying to get free telephones. They are people who work hard, support their families.
It was an implicit attack on welfare recipients. Let's call it. Let's call what he was responding to what it is.
He was saying that a major cable network was pushing a narrative
Yeah,
around the poor. Right.
Right.
But what he did not bring up was the fact that under his 6 years, that there are 14 more million people on food
gonna say
stamps, that welfare rolls have grown. So
Actually,
he's actually blaming the messenger, or he perceives as the message from the messenger, instead of his own record,
I don't
which
think
has
that was
been
the point
deplorable.
either. Actually, I got to tell
But
you
he
first.
doesn't address that.
It's a different subject, but we can address it now.
But he should be. Go ahead.
First of all, you should know that for the first time since 2011, the numbers have come down on food stamps. We just saw the numbers this week, and they've come down. That's a good
Overall,
thing.
over 6
Oh,
years.
right.
No, I'm
Overall,
talking about since 2011. But I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying that at least it indicates the economy is doing some turning because we're seeing more people come on. Secondly, you never have heard me blame President Bush for what happened in the economy, because I don't think it's his fault. But you cannot blame President Obama for the fact that
Well,
he
I
showed.
do think it's his fault, because we had taken all
Well,
that money we spent on the Iraq
okay.
War and
All
used
right.
it for education and use it to improve our
My
infrastructure.
point
We'd be in a
is-
lot better spot right now.
My point is that you cannot blame any president for the fact that things got so bad in this country that people needed.
But this is during a time of
I think it's
recovery that
beneath,
it's gotten.
though,
That it's
Doesn't
From
matter.
a
gotten
media
They're not back to
perspective,
work.
it's beneath the office to continually bring up a cable news network as much
does
as he
do it
does.
too much. I agree
George
with
W.
that.
Bush
I
got
agree.
killed by MSNBC. You don't see him bringing it up.
Exactly.
That
Right?
I agree with.
Yeah, just don't bring it up. You could say
That
the
I
media
agree.
narrative, but specifically focusing on them.
There-
He
that's
could do
where I
better.
agree.
He could do better. Anyway, we have much more to talk about. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment.